Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're here talking about the Seattle Seahawks. The pads are on in practice. Before you know it, live Seahawks football will be back, baby. And we're hearing some great storylines coming out of camp. But nonetheless, the Seattle Seahawks, coming off a 9-8 season where they were projected 4 or 5 wins, had another phenomenal offseason, including some great free agent additions, specifically on the defensive side. Another phenomenal draft. They improved what they needed to improve, and they got better at what they were already good at. So, speaking of getting good at what you're already good at, right? The Seahawks have one of the best secondaries in the entire National Football League. Devon Witherspoon today at training camp reportedly had his best day of practice as a rookie. And the reason I bring that up is because I love not only the Seattle Seahawks secondary right now, because you've got Quandre Diggs, you've got Jamal Adams, you have Julian Love, you got Tariq Woolen, you have Devon Witherspoon, you have Kobe Bryant. There's so much depth, there's so much versatility on that secondary. But we're hearing Kobe White has been seeing some time at safety. I think this is a great idea because Kobe White, who I am extremely big on, he really struggled in his first half of his rookie season. In his first 9 games, he missed 9 tackles, and he had a PFF tackling grade of just 30. In his final 8 games, 0 missed tackles and a PFF tackling grade of 90. So Devon Witherspoon joins an already good secondary. But the reason this is just money to my ears, music to my ears, is because Kobe Bryant's a phenomenal athlete, and you're only getting versatile. All right? If we go back to last year, the only reason the Seattle Seahawks didn't go deeper in the playoffs, which, by the way, they were winning at halftime against the number 1 team in San Francisco. Like I said, they're getting ready to dethrone them this upcoming season, or at least the year after that. The defense was the problem. They ranked 25th, but they had a great secondary last season. It was still, there are a lot of young guys, some veterans, but it was a good secondary. The rush defense is where they really saw some issues. But before we get into tonight's video, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. Seahawks fans, love you guys so much. If we could try and get this video to 500 likes, that would mean the world to me. But anyways, defensively, the rush attack was a big point of emphasis for the Seattle Seahawks. So we saw it right away with the addition and free agency of Jermont Jones. He's a great run stopper. However, he's also great at getting pressures and getting sacks on the quarterback. Behind him is new draft addition Mike Morris. Mike Morris, and here's the thing with Seattle. They filled out their roster with crafty veterans, right? Jermont Jones, Jerron Reed, Bobby Wagner. We could go deeper in Devin Bush, Julian Love. They filled the gaps on their defense. And then, like I said, they had another great draft. So a lot of their second string players are really talented players. Like Mike Morris, a rookie out of Michigan last season, 11 total tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks. He was a huge reason for that Michigan's team's success. They had a lot of success last season. But you see this trend here. Derek Hall, 2nd round pick. He's playing behind Darrell Taylor. Devin Bush, new addition, playing behind Jordan Brooks. Or I guess I should say when Jordan Brooks gets healthy. There's so much depth on this defense. They are going to be nowhere close to ranked 25th in the National Football League this upcoming season. Even if the Seattle Seahawks defense is around middle of the pack, which, by the way, my prediction, I think they're going to be in around top 10 defense. But even if they're around 16, 15, 16, 17, whatever, like I said, and as we all know, they had a top 10 offense last season. Now, speaking of the offense, I know there are current injuries to Kenneth Walker III, which, by the way, with a groin injury, you definitely don't want to rush him back. We saw him in his rookie season. Just get healthy, right? You need Kenneth Walker in the late end of the season. And so that's why the draft pick of Zach Charbonnet is huge. Now, he's dealing with a shoulder injury right now, but it's camp. Injuries are going to happen. These things are going to happen. Zach Charbonnet, however, phenomenal athlete. Last year at UCLA, 1,359 rushing yards and 14 touchdowns. He averaged 7 yards per rush, okay? He also had 321 receiving yards, but it doesn't end there. Very late draft pick, Kenny McIntosh, absolute stud. he's going to have an impact on this team next season because, like I said, you want to keep your running backs healthy, specifically Kenneth Walker III. 829 rushing yards last year at Georgia. He averaged 5.6 yards per carry. He also had 10 touchdowns. Oh, but he also had 43 catches and over 500 receiving yards and a couple of touchdowns. There is so much versatility. There is so much just overall skill at that running back position. So we have a battle, okay, that's going to help the rushing attack. And it's coming at center. We have a tweet here from Greg Bell. And it said, offensive coordinator Shane Waldron says no timeline, at least that he's willing to share on Seahawks deciding the new starting center. Evan Brown, rookie Olu Oluwatimi are alternating days as starter. Waldron says they have an in-house process. Communication with O-line is key. We've talked about Olu on this team a lot because he was selected way later than he should have. Last year at Michigan, he didn't allow a single sack. Evan Brown, I think, will get the nod. If Olu gets the nod, the dude's already going to be a stud immediately, which is just great given where they drafted him. But Evan Brown is only on a 1-year guaranteed deal. However, Evan Brown is just, even if Olu's the starter, a great depth piece to have in case of injuries or what have you. But Evan Brown, in and of himself, is a quality center. So, long term, Olu is that dude. The guy's a star center in the NFL. I'm calling it right here, right now. But speaking of young, new star centers coming into the NFL on the Seattle Seahawks roster, we have Mr. JSN, who, by the way, if you guys haven't seen, it's seriously every day where there's a highlight catch. Every single day. Now, I know it's training camp or we're taking it with a grain of salt, but he joins one of the best 1-2 punches at wide receiver in the entire league. So not only do the Seahawks have one of the best secondaries in the league, but they have one of the best wide receiver cores. And I don't even need to explain it. All you have to say are 7 words: DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and Jackson Smith-Njigba. That's all you have to say. That is one of the best cores as it is, and JSN hasn't even touched an NFL field yet in live action. 3-headed monster at tight end in Noah Fant, Will Disley, and Colby Parkinson. So if you notice this recurring theme here, the Seattle Seahawks had a lot of talent on their roster. They put it all together, and they finished 9-8. Well, they only got better. Like I said, they addressed every single weakness that they had, specifically the rush defense, just more depth on the defense as well, the center position, the running back position, getting some depth, and another playmaker for this already top 10 offense. So I've said it a lot, and I hope it's not getting annoying, but I'll say it one more time. I seriously believe the Seattle Seahawks will win the NFC West, and it has nothing to do with San Francisco because San Francisco has a really talented roster. But if Sam Darnold is currently the guy getting the most praise coming out of 49ers camp, well, I'm going to go with Geno, who had 30 touchdowns last year, and a Seahawks roster that is ready to win, and they're built to win for a long period of time. So that's just me. Let me know in the comment section down below, how far are the Seattle Seahawks going this upcoming season? But seriously, thank you guys so much for all the love. Devon Witherspoon. I'm about to order this Devon Witherspoon jersey, but I need to know in the comments, is an XL, I'm 5'9", 150, is an XL the perfect size, or should I wait for a restock? Thank you for watching. Peace.